interestingly, if some of you haven't seen it or read, Neymar, he's talking about he wanted to go back to Santos. But from that
Apparently,
discussion,
an agreement has been reached. That's the rumor that's
so
floating around at the moment.
and from that discussion or that rumor, we kind of started actually looking at Neymar as a player and his impact on the game. And where does he stand? Where does he stand for you?
I mean, Neymar's a great. He's an all-time player. Does he go in on the level of Messi and Ronaldo? Probably not. I don't want to compare him to Pele and Maradona because, again, that's before my time.
Yeah.
So I can't look at those and look at Neymar and go, I'd only base it on stats.
Yeah.
That's all I have to go off of. I think if you look at Messi and Ronaldo, I think there's a level underneath that, and I think Neymar's in that level.
So what? R9? What about Ronaldinho?
Yeah. I think he's in that level.
Ronaldinho?
I think Ronaldinho, Ronaldo.
Oh, you have Ronaldinho? Is that your order? Would you have Ronaldinho top, Ronaldo? Or is it Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Neymar?
For me personally, Ronaldinho's number one.
Yeah.
That's my personal choice. Ronaldinho's the greatest player I've ever seen. Ever.
We share similar feelings because I think we forget about.
I don't care what I've seen Messi or Ronaldo do. Ronaldinho, R10, is the greatest player I've ever laid eyes on.
Just what he done in every game.
That period of football between, 04 to, let's say, 07, 08?
Yeah, it was magical,
insane.
Right?
Insane. Absolutely insane. And I think a lot of that is nostalgia. A lot of it is nostalgia. Just because of, I think that was a pivotal time in my development.
And understanding football.
And
appreciating
of football.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just watching him, there's nothing you could tell me about Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Now, if I remove those rose-tinted glasses, then Messi is the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
In my, if I'm being objective, Messi's the greatest.
But you know what it is for me? I think why I kind of select Ronaldinho, because Ronaldinho done it with a bit of pizzazz in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was proper showman's.
Yeah.
Like Messi played the game, but it was like, I'm going to do this just to entertain you.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass the ball this way just to entertain you. I don't have to.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pass. I don't have to pass with a back heel.
Yeah.
But I want to just do it because I can do it.
Yeah.
Where Messi will do it, but he does it because that's the only option he kind of has.
Yeah. At
times. I'm not saying, but like,
Ronaldinho
just said, I'm just going to do that because I can, just for the sake of it. And
so, to that point, I think Messi and Ronaldo are just outliers, right? You just look at their numbers, you look at their ability to perform, what they've done, what they've achieved in the game. I think they are just outliers. And their numbers and achievements skew the way we look at football.
And Neymar.
Right?
I think if Neymar came after them.
No. I think if Neymar came before them, we don't, Okay, if Neymar comes before Messi and Ronaldo peak, I don't think there's any questions on Neymar's career. There's no asterisks, there's no buts, there's no nothing. Because you look at Ronaldo, R9, he didn't achieve what Messi or Ronaldo done, but everyone reveres Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He's held in such high regard.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho, held in high regard.
Yeah.
Everyone that come before Messi and Ronaldo, they're held on their pedestal. No ifs, buts, or maybes.
Yeah.
Unless there was an if, but, or maybe on their career at the time.
Yeah.
But no one questioned, no one bats an eyelid about it.
But when I mean after them, what I'm saying,
I think everyone that comes after them, they're held to a new standard,
100%.
which can be unfair.
But what I mean by that, he would get that, like right now, people are giving Vinicius Jr. the world's best player.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now,
mm-hmm.
That's up for debate in some areas, but because they're coming to the end of their tenure, they're playing.
They're at the end of
it. They're at the end of it.
Yeah,
Vinicius is the next thing. It's always going to be a but. Anyone that comes in after, there's always going to be a but around them. But you're appreciated
because there's a new baseline.
But there's a new base, and you're appreciated. So when I mean after, it's like nothing major.
Yeah.
But when I mean after, he would have that sole title by himself.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
But again, like you said, Ronaldo and Messi will still be held higher
Yeah.
in regards.
I think when we're comparing players now, we have to remove Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah, because
You have to
their
remove
numbers
them.
and what they done was
You have to remove them.
Yeah.
Because it's not just stats.
it's
The eye
performance.
test as well.
Yeah.
You can watch the game and
flying
see
colours. Yeah.
that these are just
Look at Ronaldo's goal in the international, the overhead kick.
like at what, 40?
Yeah. And then if you saw his control in that same game, he don't want like killed the ball, but the way he killed it, it was just like, oh yeah, you still got it.
So you have to remove them
Yeah.
when you're now when you're talking about players and you know their place in the GOAT conversation, right? So to speak. So if we're removing Messi and Ronaldo,
Yeah.
and I'm being objective totally here, and Neymar's a great.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
up there.
I think
He's up there.
And there was a period when I think Messi was injured. I think even maybe Suarez was struggling a little bit, and Messi was carrying. Not Messi, sorry, Neymar was carrying Barca. He was doing a madness, scoring, performance. He was.
That Neymar's best season is the 2014 season, the World Cup year.
Yeah.
Right? So 13-14.
Yeah.
If you look at his numbers for Barcelona,
Mad.
Crazy.
Yeah.
If you look at his performances for Brazil,
Mad.
Crazy. I think it was 14 appearances, 15 goals that year.
Yeah.
In that calendar year, 2014 for Brazil.
Yeah.
Most would say, had he not got injured, Brazil had a serious chance at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Home soil.
Yeah.
We're cruising through.
Yeah.
Neymar scoring goals in games.
Yeah.
He gets injured against Colombia.
Yeah.
Germany slaughter them the next game because it's almost like Brazil put too much pressure on him and there was like no backup plan.
Yeah.
Okay, if Neymar's not here, can we still function? So I think, and then once he went to PSG, he never reached those heights again.
Yeah, I think PSG was a project that just never really worked out. Like domestically, fine, but his main objective was to go there,
The Champions League,
and it just never worked out.
They reached the final and
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, and then he's ended up in the Saudi league.
Ooh, and he's only played like I think 3 league games for them.
Yeah,
and now they want to terminate his contract because he's got another injury.
Yeah,
and it looks like a severe one as well.
And you know what's funny? What's interesting? We was talking about an end of an era and tenure and etc.
Yeah.
And right now for Brazil, I don't think they've got another player who's coming through that plays like him right now. They've got.
What do you mean plays like him?
Just again like the flair.
Are we talking about okay?
That the tricks, like
that era of football's over for Brazil right now.
100% right now, and that's what I'm saying. So like actually, it's a shame because how he's leaving the game or finishing the game, we're not gonna actually, again, really fully appreciate what he's done for Brazil because he's not retiring in the sense of playing a great game and etc. Like he's been injured.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's going to be the same.
Yeah.
And then he's ended back up at Santos, but that's kind of more of a nostalgic move rather than. And he's not finishing.
I don't know if it's a nostalgic move because, I mean, you saw the quote from the Palmeiras chairman.
No, I missed it.
He said, "We're not a medical center."
That's
he said we're only we only want players that can contribute right now and drive us forward.
Yeah.
I think that's just a situation where Santos are familiar.
Are we saying then right here, right now, that Neymar is mostly the last at this moment in time? We're not seeing anyone else. Could he possibly be Brazil's last flair player?
I don't think he's Brazil's last flair player. I think most of them attackers Rafinha's not scared to do a little dub. Vinicius can get some dubs off when he's ready.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's just the fact of the matter is these players are coming over a lot younger. I mean, Dida spoke about this. Pele spoke about this. Remember, Barcelona tried to sign Neymar. I think it was a year before.
Yeah.
And Pele asked him to stay one more season because he didn't want him losing that that Brazilian flair, ginga as they call it, right? Um, a lot of Brazilian players are coming over at
Too
like
early.
17. Look at
Yeah.
Hendrick, 16.
And he played,
So they're gonna come over into a European style of football very early. Before they like a lot of Brazil players will come over at like what 20 something?
Yeah.
21, 22. They've already
yeah.
got that flair in them, that style, that little shake of the hips. They've already got that.
Yeah.
The jinky majinky, they've already got that. So they're bringing that over. And remember, we didn't have systems then.
Yeah.
So it was you come over, I need you to play out on the left wing, do your thing. Now they're coming over.
You got to run it, you got to invert, you got to... Because
you've got to take the ball a certain way, and then you've got to pass it a certain way, and then you've got to stand here a certain way. Like it's all systems now.
Yeah.
We've lost the Mavericks, the game changers, the playmakers. We've lost those.
Yeah.
We've lost those.
I make you right. Cause I saw a highlight of Marcelo from left back, and I was like, I don't think there's a lot of number 10s that can do what Marcelo does with the ball now. And he was playing left back. You know what I mean? Like,
we've completely lost those. So I don't think these players have lost the ability to do that. I just think it's coached out of them earlier because those players, at the moment they show a bit of flair, the European clubs are coming to snap them up.
And then you're taught to play the system.
And then you're taught to play the system.
And add your flair here or there. So it's interesting. Like Neymar, I agree with you. He's a great. He's definitely up there.
I think his career's been top level.
Yeah.
The only slight that will be against his name is the fact that Brazil didn't win a major trophy. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, he captained into the Olympics." No, I know the Confed Cup. They won the Confed Cup in 2013. Yeah. But I mean, for Brazil, it's the World Cup or the Copa America.
Yeah,
that's what they're judged on. Yeah.
And that's it. That's what
Ronaldo won the World Cup. Ronaldo got 2 World Cups.
Yes.
One with 2 dodgy knees.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho, part of the 2002 World Cup squad. Kaká, World Cup winner.
Yeah.
Rivaldo.
I think someone I was talking to. Actually, funny enough, it was Ash. The guest Ash that comes on here and was talking about, and he thinks it was Kaká was the kind of the change when Brazil or the Brazilian players kind of moved away and started coming a bit more European. Like Kaká was like he was the kind of the hybrid of that.
Kaká's style was never. It was never flicks and tricks.
That's right, and that's what he was saying. Like, and then we saw
he's a ball carrier.
This is it.
Like he was never the flicks and tricks guy. He was the give him the ball and he's just going to run past you.
Yeah,
he's going to make a sick pass.
Yeah.
Like, I think probably the most amount of flair I ever saw Kaká do, and I say that not the only instance, but it's the only one that comes to mind, is the AC Milan Liverpool Champions League final when he done the pirouette and then he slipped that ball through to Crespo.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I never saw him do flip flops.
Yeah. He just ran.
Or do you know what I mean?
Past him. Yeah.
Or he's not Ronaldo. He's not Neymar. He's a ball carrier.
Yeah.
A dribbler.
Most
right.
definitely.
So I hear what Ashley's saying, but I think it's kind of.
I don't know Ashley to quantify it, but in the discussion that I had with Ashley, it was just like when he felt the transition of Brazil from flicks and tricks, it was kind of Kaká was like the new generation. And like we look at
because
Raphinha.
you still had Robinho. You still had Robinho.
Rabinho's time, but he finished. He faded quite quickly, didn't he?
But that's. I mean,
but we're digressing. And like I said, I think we'll digress. I think we might have to do a little special on Brazil soon.
I agree.
And look at it, and go down memory lane, trip down memory lane about Brazil.